you know, I was asking around, I was like, all right, you know, South America, I don't know too much about this region. It was the first season. And a lot of information I got was sign in. Keep an eye on her.
Yeah, well, here we go. Diving into the action, the first map between these two teams. Let's see who's going to be able to win out on Overpass, the second best of one. Exciting times. You can hear the music chiming up. And here we go. Into the first round. The pistol is going to be chiming up. It's going to be cAmyy getting taken down. Absolutely destroyed. As B4 look to thunder on through that mid position.
Well, it's a good start, and that's going to force Black Dragons to pull a full retreat, head over towards this site here. Try and hold it down.
Oh, it's not going to work. It's going to be the Julies from Lavender coming in huge. It's going to be a quad. But yungher, left in a 1v3, takes down Ana, now left in a 1v2. Xenon. See if they're going to be able to do anything to bring this through. yungher, one of the star AWPers, especially in Impact, but, you know, leading the charge in this scene between these two teams. She has got the bomb, Sam. There is a chance here that she's going to be able to swing through, get the bomb down. And just even getting the bomb, that would be big.
Be massive. Gives them that little bit of extra cash. And the fact that Black Dragons haven't really clocked into this. Look, they're in a position where they can rotate relatively quickly, so that's not the biggest issue in the world. But they're still heavily eyeing down B. Now we're starting to see some movement. Now there's starting to be that tickle in the back of their head. The spidey sense is on. Well, they still haven't moved, and that's a free plant for yungher. Now her positioning is going to be so important.
Yeah, it's all about trying to do initial delay. She can play over towards long. She can play in towards the toilets or banana position. First contact over towards Bank. The shots rain through. She does a decent amount of damage. No initial kills. The headshots. What was that? yungher! She rips it away from them at the last possible moment. And B4 look to make a statement.
Listen, I don't often say spray and pray in a pistol round, but wow, fantastic. Just absolutely spamming away with that left click and being able to get both of those kills, that is unreal. We spoke about yungher. I said we, the desk did. And she's such a phenomenal player, and to clutch it like that in such a high key moment, fantastic.
Yeah, it's exactly what we want to see from them. The Julies from Ana as well. I think Black Dragons did a fantastic job, but a little bit lackluster on the rotation there. They didn't have any information. yungher was able to really take advantage of that, and now we switch on through to the second round. There's nothing in the gas tank at the moment for Black Dragons. Ana's got a little bit of extra cash because of getting the kills with the Julies, so she's sitting at about 3.2k. But before, they're looking pretty good. This should be a pretty good conversion for them, surely.
Yeah. I mean, this is a good time for me to talk about why I thought that Black Dragons might bring it through into eco. But the only team in a otherwise spotless record to have beaten them since September is B4.
Yeah. Spotless record, almost.
Almost.
That's a good position in there. They're able to get a kill. Also, I think they got rid of the gun there. 2 players left. Ana, Babs, pistols in hand. Oh, no, they didn't get rid of the gun. And there was also a smoke there for Ana to pick up. Oh, you know what they say. Give them an inch, they'll take a mile. And that is a potential chance. Babs tries her best, unable to get that conversion. And Ana from a distance with the MAC-10 spraying and spraying with that. There's actually more of a tap than so much so. Good pickup. Clear in hand. Does she just save this now? I mean, she's down 78. Is she just trying to equalize the economy as best she can? Or, well, I think we're actually going to have that answered as I speak. Yeah, there you go. A little bit of an exit frag position if she wants.
Yeah. So, oh.
Maybe not. Maybe. No, okay, just repositioning.
Okay.
We'll have to wait and see. But I mean, going into this next round, are we going to be seeing a full sort of just force into this following one? Never mind. She opens the door. She's hungry. She's spicy. This is South American CSGO, aggressive all the way to the end. And she's going to just push on through. She wants to try and deny them this exit, but they are going to be able to run for the hills. And Julie shuts them down. I think maybe a little bit too over-aggressive there. If you look at the buy here, one of the players has only gone into this round of 3.5k. That Galil would have made a massive difference.
I think I respect the attempt, though, because if she's able to get a kill there, that's pretty big. That really puts a dampener on the bonus. So, unfortunately, however, not able to accomplish that. And as you said, right, losing that rifle that they could have been able to sneak into the next round, it puts them in a bit of a tight spot here. But as I was saying, so, yeah, they beat Furia to get themselves here, and you know, the desk mentioned it. They've played B4 a few times. A total of 13 maps played, and they've only managed to take one map themselves. But in all of the games that they have played since September last year, the only team who has beaten them has been B4. So I feel like this is a team that has a lot of potential in their back pockets. And okay, of course, they're coming up against a team that consistently beats them. But I have some hope, I have some faith.
Yeah, I mean, it is Overpass as well, so I think that gives Black Dragons a potential chance. But they have to bring it through on CT. If they don't get a solid amount of rounds, then I will just count them out very early on, which might be a bit brutal, but it's a best of one. And we have to be realistic with a few of these things. And hopefully I'm then proven wrong. But B4, pretty solid. Also, not losing any of those players at the end of that last round like you talked about. Pretty good position from them. cAmyy, Black Dragons, absolutely in tatters. cAmyy with AWP though.
Yeah. High risk, high reward. And cAmyy playing a very, very deep aggressive angle here in bathroom as well. If she gets caught out here, that's rough.
And there is going to be some aggression down towards this position as well. So you have to wonder, is it going to be worth the risk? Poppins playing aggressive, and it's going to be Goddess getting dropped first of all. Well, we talked about it, and it right way happens. cAmyy hits the first shot. Poppins still exploring, trying to find anything at the moment, and unfortunately, just finds the bullet from the rifle there. And again, more aggression. Sinon's able to battle him back there, but meanwhile, over towards the B site, where players go and exploratory mission. It's going to be Julie. Face off, gets these players to crossfire. Perfectly well executed, and Black Dragons sitting in a 5v2, and Babs coming up from behind. The spray comes out! She gets one, but Nani denies her the glory of the double, the clean play, but cAmyy with 3. Absolutely glorious. That AWP, worth every dollar.
Honestly, so clean. High risk, high reward. All of the reward, none of the risk this time around. They only lose one player, and part of that is because of a double upswing. And honestly, I like the way that B4 played this on paper. So you've got 2 players pushing in through bathroom. You've got players edging towards long. Fantastic. And then, of course, you've got the one player over towards the other side. Try and make a noise, try and sell a fake. Like, really super, like, on paper, really, really sound strategy. But Black Dragons, cAmyy, she just shuts it down.
It's interesting that they've decided to opt in to give Poppins the rifle here. I think Nani is kind of the one that you want to be positioning, but, you know, she got the Mac 10, looking to go in for the slightly different play here. Anna, the other side of Monster. Lots of utility being used right off the bat. It's just position herself in the self-boosted spots. Heaven Smoke lined up, ready to go, and it's going to be a good execution, but it's going to be potentially denied. B4. Flash on through, the aggression comes in, but Les there to get a double. Has to now pick up another one as they're going to be carrying on. USB in hand, she's going to be running out of bullets in a moment, but not before she dies. Sinon's there to try and clean up House from Toxic Barrels. Finds one with the Famous, but going to be out of bullets. Nate goes down. Goddess has backed away just enough to stay alive for now. Flash going to be coming out from yungher. Got 2 Mac 10s to try and win this, and cAmyy with the AWP. yungher with 1. Looking to go in for another one, but just missed getting that kill. The AWP would have fell down either way, but good round.
A little bit more expensive, I think, than they would have wanted. Losing a lot of players against, you know, some upgraded pistols, a couple of Mac 10s. There was very little that was brought into that round, and it felt like it should have been a little bit cleaner. They obviously played very aggressive towards Monster, and Sinan playing from the Toxic Barrel. She does manage to survive for quite some time, but 2 of those plays, I mean, the fact that Leia had to pull out her pistol and there's very little, you know, backup for her. I feel like maybe she could have crossed while the smoke was there, tried to live a little bit longer, but she does delay slightly and allow for a reposition. Ultimately, it works out, but it's going to cost them in the reinvest.
It's a good start though. 2 rounds on the board. As I sort of mentioned, they really need to top that up as high as they can. 8 rounds would really be ideal, or sort of minimum. Good shot from cAmyy immediately. Babs going to be under a bit of contention, but I'm not too worried about this. Even if they do lose 1 player, it won't be the end of the world. It's just if that rifle gets picked up, which is the danger. But Babs with USB in hand, her death wasn't necessary. She could have played a little bit more patient, but she overpeaked.
Kind of feels like they want to send a bit of a message. You've got almost the entirety of the broadcast telling them they're not going to win. So, you know, make a bit of a statement here. And look, it is still early doors, as you say. I still don't get that expression, but there you go. It's 3-2, so they do have the lead at the moment. But of course, after the back of 2, like, eco, like, there was the save, and then there was like the weird eco prior to that. Now they're going to be able to reinvest. And I feel like B4, if they came into this underestimating Black Dragons and feeling like, oh, we always beat them, I feel like there's like going to be a little bit of a mental shift here. You know, it seems like we've got a bit of a pause as well. So might be just discussing the fact that, hey guys, we need to rein it in a little bit. Get a bit more clean, a bit more clinical. It is T-side overpass, so it is difficult. So we need to make sure that we have a good grasp of these executes.
Yeah, I mean, if I see them even just me and you and everyone, like the few other casters I've casted with, we've cast like Fnatic and they've gone like 4 rounds on the T side, and it's like, okay, well, GG, and then they bring it back on the CT side, and that's kind of what this map is about. So we might be able to see something like that, but there, looking to shut them down right off the bat. B4 looking very unhealthy in this situation. Only 2 players remaining. Oh, through the smoke as well. Really tries to peek on through, but just met with the barrel of a gun. Goddess remains. Solid player in her own right. Like to see a little bit more from her though. She's left in lurch. A minute left on the clock, Sam. She's sitting in obviously the park at the moment playing around, but bomb on her back. She has to make some kind of play, but the economy is not here. That is going to back them up going forward after this round.
Something very surreal about hearing in the park playing with a bomb on her back. If you hear that out of context, it's really quite strange. But I think, oh, okay, I thought maybe she's going to just try and save. There's a lot of movement here, a lot of loudness. So if she was trying to save, I guess not anymore. Maybe now it's just maybe if she can get an exit.
She's given away a position. And you know what, even if... So it'd be really good for her if she's able to obviously get a couple of kills here, use a lot of utility, that'd be great. My worry is that even with using utility, it's not going to be the best. Anna may get caught off guard. I don't think so. Anna's very experienced. She knows what she's doing. So there you go. She goes back down. I think if she exited that there, I think she'll sign her death warrant. So time's out. Yep. That's no extra money on the board for Goddess, but she does keep her, obviously, a tiny bit utility gun and armor.
Yeah, I think that obviously making that noise, running around, she was trying to bait out somebody to come hunting. Really well played from Black Dragons not to buy into that. They knew the round was won at that point. A 1v5, while possible, highly improbable at that point. So well done as they continue their streak here. Looking very good. The first couple of rounds were a bit shaky, but that is the nature of the pistol. It can cause that crazy momentum drive, and Black Dragons managing to shut that down on round 3 and bring things back into their own favor is incredibly impressive. Now as we head into the next round, right, you spoke about the economy and how it's a little bit of a concern, and yet they're bringing out the hero rifle, this time on yungher, and this makes a lot more sense for me because as much as she is their AWPer, her rifling right now has been quite clearly the best on the entire team. So if anyone is going to make the space they need to get in onto a site, it's going to be her, and they're going to need her to come up huge here.
Hero rifler. I love that term. It's always really fun, like those moments in which you actually see that rifle do something. Those like clutch situations you can find yourself in that moments, because you have the other players who can be a little bit of a YOLO, run in, headless chicken, be bullet like sponges as it were, and then the follow-up AK comes in, able to do a little bit of damage and maybe bring it through. If they can get the bomb down in this one, I think they'd be looking pretty solid for a follow-up round after this with all the round loss bonus.
Yeah. Another quick pause, it seems. Definitely, I think there's a little bit of stress maybe coming in here for the B4 roster.
Hey.
Good moods though, good vibes. I love to see it.
There you go, little love heart.
Oh, we love Black Dragons too, Simon. Or at least I do.
I think everyone does. Lots of support, lots of love. Just obviously expectation for B4 to, come through. Yeah. And it's a lot of pressure in itself. I'm sure they came in this knowing that they are favorites in this first best of 1 for them. And that does add that extra bit of pressure for them to perform. And Black Dragons, I mean, obviously they have done very well to be able to even get here. They've beaten out a lot of opponents.
Yeah. I mean, it's been such an uphill battle for this team. And what's really interesting to me is if you go back into the history, B4 used to be Black Dragons. And Black Dragons was cAmyy. And then obviously B4 picked up the Black Dragons roster, Black Dragons picked up cAmyy. And I don't know if you remember, but cAmyy were not good in Season 1. They bombed out. So the improvement that we've seen from this roster has been phenomenal.
I mean, even just at the start of the season as well, Black Dragons were not doing the best. They took a little bit longer to settle in, and then they started to show up. And, well, that's why they're here.
Yeah.
But we move on. 4-2, B4. Looking to try and bring this back with the hero rifle. Sinon gets the information, backs off. No shots can ring out from her gun. Anna looked to play aggressive towards this monster position, ready for all the pistols coming her way, but she backs away. yungher has a chance, but misses it. So potential rifle there. Now going to be down super low, all the way down to none. And what was that there? Drops down. That's going to be a drop shot on Poppins through the wall, and Anna plays aggressive. Hero rifle or not, it doesn't matter. Anna's coming for you. Deagle, no! Finds one, doesn't go full Nico. But still gets a kill out of that. Not the best round, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to give it to Black Dragons. They play that superbly. Yeah,
I mean, we also have to bear in mind that there was very little in the tank in that round for B4. But like you said, right, this boost spot, that second shot is just unreal.
RNG.
You got to think about the physics behind that. Getting that through the wall when she can't even see the play. Oh, man. Sometimes RNGs is just, he's there for you, man. He's there for you.
Next round, and there's a buy. There's a Glil on Goddess. Not exactly what you want to see, but yungher with the AWP. This is what you want to see, but it's going to be a glass cannon situation. Julie's going to be pushing up towards short. Poppins as well. And let's see what we can do on this for front of Poppins. Looking to get boosted. There's a lot of players over here. Some hype music. Now I've gone. Sinon going to be going in on it. Able to contend with Poppins, who's able to find one. cAmyy, AWP in hand. Doesn't hit the shot, and now they're going to be playing aggressive. What are you doing, Poppins? Her utility in her hands, and well, she's just caught off guard as cAmyy just holds that position. Like, okay, thanks. I wasn't going to repeat that, but I guess I'll take the free kill.
Lineup's kill, Tom. Lineup's kill.
Yeah.
I love this positioning from Babs.
Goddess. Gonna get caught off guard by cAmyy, but cAmyy misses! This is not the first time either, but from bathroom, Babs flushes the toilet. Down goes that player. yungher and Co now rotating on over towards B. They need to try and find something here, but they've only managed to take down one player. Sinon. cAmyyy's got 15 HP, doesn't matter. Bogdan's Law. Molly. Should be going over towards water, some toxic area. That's my lineup is wrong. No. Their nade was wrong. Julie pushes on through. Oh, two players in towards the water, over towards ABC. Julie finds one, second one coming through. Can it be a triple? Oh. It is! And from the sidelines, Babs tries to go big, but Julie's just here and shuts her down. What a play.
I'll be honest, that entry gave me whiplash. Just such a good performance there. Being able to get so many shots hit after hit, bodies falling, and that is off the back of them being in a disadvantageous position because Babs' positioning, I was talking about it, they're in bathroom. The fact that you've got Goddess walking up long to try and create that backstab position, and Babs is ready for it. But despite that, you know, when you've got a player like Julie who's just going to go absolutely ham once she hits the site, it's not going to make a difference.
Early molly from yungher. She's going to be backing away from that connector position. Wants nothing to do with it. She knows there's presence down there. Babs has switched up. Julie, star of the show so far on her team, to be honest. Getting that third round is crucial. cAmyy over towards long. Free kill, free information. That's the bomb dropped, and Goddess peeking out of the bomb. Not the best situation. Julie over towards this B short position. Heard that reload. She's going hunting. She's hungry. She's gone fishing, and looks like she's going to be able to almost cash in her chips, but from behind, it's going to be Sinon. Oh my god, this positioning from Black Dragons is so crucial, so perfect. And now Poppins looking to go in for the trade down into this position. Ooh. Flicks on! Talking about whiplash, Sam, that's definitely going to be a cause of whiplash too. Now they have to recollect themselves. Down to 3 players, this is still very doable, as we saw last round. Babs, she's got the AWP now, low HP. Sticking to that Bogdan's law. Early molly coming through. Smoke from Poppins. Decides to lay it down. Nade comes through, does a lot of damage. It's going to be the AWP from Babs finds one. cAmyy has been heard. Babs completely blinded. It's going to be Nani looking to find the first one coming around. Going to get tried to take it down though. Unable to find the kills. Now yungher left in a 1v3. The flick comes through. The Glock of the hand. AWP out, but unfortunately didn't quite hear the sound cue of the player coming around the boxes to her.
Expensive round for Black Dragons, to say the very least, but it's another round in their back pocket. I mean, they've got to be feeling pretty damn good about this. Obviously, you want to take advantage of that CT side start. You want to get as much of a runaway as humanly possible. And for the most part, they've done a really good job of stemming B4's aggression, stemming the tide a little bit. Now, this is South America. This is where we see a lot of that aggressive Counter-Strike come out. But playing against your own region, a team that you've played against so many times that understands you and that's been working so hard to take you down, B4 definitely a bit of trouble here.
Well, it's going to be Tech9s and Russian. No messing around. Same from Sinon. Finds the kill in one. But eventually going to get traded out. And are going to be able to find yungher as well. But coming in from Salah, it's going to be La. Goddess drops in. Well, that should be the round fairly clean and over. But Julie from the sidelines again going to be able to find one. But the AWP comes in from cAmyy to clean up house. But two players dropped. Anna, Sinon. That's way more costly than it should have been. But again, I don't think it really matters. They got the round win. And that is really what they're trying to count towards right now.
Yeah, I mean, what obviously makes it problematic is that if they lose a round now, they'll probably be okay. But if they lose a second, that's when they're in serious danger. They don't have enough of a buffer to really keep them going. And obviously so they lose 2 players now, right after a round where they lost 3 players. And that starts to add up or deduct up or however you want to phrase that. And that's going to make things a little bit difficult. So now we're going to have a word from our coaches.
Yeah, you got to love them. Big
Yeah.
respect.
Honestly, coaches are the GOATs.
I'm a bit concerned with Goddess. That there has been times, and Poppins as well, there's been times where we've casted before, and when Poppins and Goddess, in the past when they've tried to show up, they haven't been able to bring it back in the second half if they've had a rough first half. So it's all going to be down to that mentality. See what they can do. Anna, early AWP hits Poppins. That's not going to be doing her any favors. This is why you have to be versatile on these rifles. Julie comes in, Leia drops, tried to go in for that boost, but absolutely destroyed. But 4 HP. That leaves her open to being shut down. The double AWP set up from Black Dragons should come in handy here.
That could make things so... Oh, what?
Like I said, nades. 4 HP. That is not good. All 3 players now over towards B, near Monster. Smoke's coming through, but it's going to be a little bit too late. They're really going to be on the other side of it. The shot's going to be coming out from Sinon. Hits the headshot onto Goddess, but she's still alive. And that's all that matters. cAmyy from short. Going to be looking to shut them down along with that. Anna, this double AWP setup is absolutely huge. yungher, another AWP player, now left alone. 14 HP and a dream. And it's looking to get shut down at the moment. The molly could do a lot of work here, but doesn't place it behind the sandbags. There's still going to be another player sitting there. Potentially undocumented from the yungher's position as well. Smoke goes down, but she hasn't got the bomb. She's going to have to pick that up first. 30 seconds remain. Time is ticking. And peeking around the corner, she misses the flick, but so does her opposition. But cAmyy, through the edge of the smoke, hits the shot. And the double AWP setup, Sam.
It pays off. Look, I saw that and I wanted to like interrupt you and I thought, you know, no, Samantha, that would be rude. Let Tom speak. But I mean, that was really exciting because it's not super often that we get to see that on Overpass. So to have that come through here and to work out, I had a little bit of concern. I was like, what if they could find themselves in a retake? And 2 AWPs in a retake can be so difficult to get the positioning that you need. But it's over towards this site. And the fact that they've got one of those AWPers, you know, towards the back of site, one of them towards that connector position, and the shots just keep ringing out. 8-3 now for Black Dragons, and B4 back down onto pistols. They are floundering.
They messed up the nades. Right there, they just did a triple nade stack over to the boosted spot. That could have been absolutely fantastic, but unfortunately just completely wasted. It might have done a point of damage to the armor, but hasn't done any HP damage. That, you know, that's a lot of money just down the drain. Tech9s, P250s, and a Deagle. Yeah, that AWP setup was great. Anna, oh, wrong timing. Luckily, it was only a Tech 9. So if we look at the scoreline here, Sam, 3-8. If you're B4, how many rounds do you want?
I mean, ideally...
As a bare minimum.
Yeah, ideally you'd want about 6. 6 is usually a good number on a T side, on a CT-sided map for you to be able to mount a comeback.
Oh, let's see if Black Dragon's going to give them any chance to be able to get another round on the board. This is the 12th round. We have not got many left on this first half. It's going to be Babs with 1, looking to try and clean up house. Finds a double, a triple, 8, Tech 9 in hand, but it's going to be Poppins. Deagle slaps, only for a brief moment. Now Goddess left with the Tech 9 and a dream against these AWP players. So close. Gets some damage, but unable to find the headshot she needed.
I love that look of determination on Anna's face, man. We see so much of like the hype, happy, like, yeah, I did it. And she's just like, yeah, let's go, right? she's got that look on her face. She's a winner. And she's looking to bring this one home. 1 round away from hitting double digits. Now B4 have another buy in the back pocket, but they're slowly running out of time to start stringing more rounds together. yungher has the AWP again, but she's kind of slowed down a little bit here. Oh, they got it first time this time. Nice.
Oh yes, there we go, yungher.
Yes.
I was holding my reaction in, and that is exactly what you want to be seeing. That is going to be pumping these players up. And cAmyy looking to shut them down, misses her initial shot. She has been missing shot after shot so far. Luckily, when it's countered, she has been able to lay down a law, but now going to be super low. Nani hits a couple of shots, and that's all that's needed, thanks to the fire and flames. 2% advantage. This is exactly what they need to try and achieve the 4th round. Which could be the easy gate to the next. Well, B4 gone exploring. So is Anna. Flicks, misses, has to back off. And this exact moment is where you're going to be wondering, is the double AWP going to be really choking them down? Because now she has to play sort of pincered. She doesn't know where these players are. Tech 9 in hand. I'm not quite sure what exactly she was trying there. But she tried, nonetheless. Fairly clean round. I mean, wait, hang on. If they, aside from the bomb damage that may happen, they could walk away with taking 0 damage this round.
I mean, this round was ridiculous. That massive tower stack, and we've seen some interesting matches where the tower does not work out, and players have to attempt to redo that over and over. But being able to do that first time, that gives you such a huge advantage, because if you get that and you catch those players jump peeking, well, opens up the round, exactly like what we saw here. And then cAmyy, her position was very well predicted. So they flush her out with a well-placed molly, and she starts to rotate across, and as she's rotating across and she's lost some damage, she gets shut down. Yeah, and it's kind of that moment, if you know that they've gone in for that boost, as soon as you know it, you try and counter it by playing aggressive over towards that park area, because they have to reposition. You can see it here. It takes them a moment to get into it, but because there's players lost, also the double AWP setup. cAmyy didn't have a rifle, and she didn't really have anyone else they could sacrifice to push forward, because they don't have that close proximity. Right here, though, Anna, I do have some questions around that play. She was running with the smoke out in her hand in that moment, so maybe she thought they had done an early smoke into the site rather than pretty much, I think it was 3 of them on site at that time. But we'll have to wait and see if we get to have those questions answered or not. Well, 2 more rounds here to go. And, I mean, we said, right, B4, if they get 6, it's a decent number of rounds on T side. And they just need to win the next 2 rounds. And we spoke about the economy for Black Dragons. Losing 1 round, not terrible. Losing a 2nd in a row could absolutely demolish their cash. And if they lose this round and have no money into the next, they absolutely lose the next.
Yeah, 10 rounds would be great for them. 11 even better, but obviously 4-11 be a little bit cursed at times. This round is super important for Black Dragons, because we know B4 have a really good defense. Oh god, that's pushing up, knife out in her hand, she pulls out the rifle just in time! She goes huge, it's a double headshot to body shots. Absolutely superb, down to 19 HP, but the damage is done on side of Black Dragons. They've lost 2 players so early on. There's still 1:15 on the clock, and Nani, she's on site, she finds one there. She's sent packing right next to the dumpster. cAmyy and Anna, they can't do anything, they have to save.
That last timeout has made so much of a difference. I'd love to know what the coach said in that timeout because they have come back with such a vengeance.
Point and click.
As Shaz would say, just click their heads.
Yeah.
Yeah. They've done it. Shaz has inspired yet another team.
Oh, God, the economy here. You know what? At least it's Anna that's still alive in it. She's only got $500 in the bank. And after this round loss, they're still not going to have too much. Well, she isn't anyway. So Babs, Sinon, they're going to be able to force into this. A couple of MP9s, maybe a Mag 7 or so. Might just be able to pull out of the park and get that 10th round of the board. But 5 rounds for B4. This is looking really good and very scary for Black Dragons. And they know this.
Yeah.
So they're probably sweating bullets right now.
I mean, so many back-to-back round wins. They were definitely starting to feel super confident here. And to now have lost these 2 in a row and be coming into a round where they're going to have very, very limited cash. This was the huge concern for me, is that sure, they saved 2 of those weapons, but most of the players on their team are very, very strapped at the moment. So we go into last round in the half here, and to an extent, this is a must-win for Black Dragons. I feel like a team of B4's caliber, even if they only go into the next half with 5, it would still be doable if they win the pistol. But for Black Dragons, if they want to win this next half, I think that this round is pivotal for them.
Yeah, and for you guys at home, like 5 rounds in T-Slide is perfectly fine. 6 as well. If you get any more than that, you are just honestly laughing all the way to the bank at the moment in the current meta. Black Dragons, they have a lot to be concerned about. Final round of this half, second best of 1 of the ESL Impact Season 3 Dallas Finals. Obviously, the loser of this will go down and face off against HSG. That is going to be an interesting matchup. Minute 10, and there's not really been any real connections aside from that nade. Goddess tagged down by 4 HP. She swings her own. Shot's going to ring out from Anna! Oh, I thought that was going to connect, and it does. Both sides take a bit of damage, not fully. cAmyy back to her same old tricks. Maybe this is going to get red, maybe it's not. B4. Going to be playing aggressive. It's going to be Nani. Down in towards connector rather than pushing down Banana. There. This is an interesting boost. We don't see this all the time, but it's going to allow them to play with the time here, going for that retake if they need it, rather than playing early sort of aggression head on. They'll allow some presence to come on through. Execution has been called. The flash as well from Anna, but she's in a good position to catch them off guard. She misses her shots. She doesn't get the kill. That is unfortunate. She's going to lose her life. Babs finds 1, but I don't know if that's going to be enough. Down in towards connector, and now the rotation's being called. The boost as well. In the same spot, and it's been read like a book. Babs from short. She managed to find so many kills from this position before. Can she do it again? Poppins holding up the rear at the moment. Peeking around the corner, Babs going to be losing her life. She's not careful. No, she wins that duel, but Julie's here, picking up another double. She wants to get a massive set of kills there. Not able to, though. It's going to be 2 kills for Goddess, 3 for Julie. Absolutely beautiful. We're going to go into a quick break, and we'll be back for the second half very shortly.
After losing 9 rounds in a row, B4, towards the end of that first half, managed to bring it back and come through there with 6 rounds for themselves. A respectable number of rounds to have going into their own CT side.
Those last couple of rounds, so convincing and so well played, and Julie just absolutely smashing heads. It may not look too impressive. She's got 13 kills on the board, but she's absolutely dominated Babs. John Min's back into the action as I'll learn to shut up. Talking about that, but no kills. Some bit of damage. yungher misses the shots, and that's going to be the opener that Black Dragons want. Oh, towards the site. They're going to get the bomb down as well. There's nothing to deny them that. Retake is going to be in progress. The bomb planted for a short position. Ana pushing in towards bank. Look at the cash in the check, and unfortunately denied it. Pushed away as Goddess comes in, smashing heads. Looking to find some more. Could be bouncing on the corner, unable to find a purchase with the P250. These players on the side of B4 are so good at coming back in for the retake. Lancing on. Last 2 players left alive. The fadeaway shot gets one. Coming in for the headshots is going to be Julie, but Sinon smacks right back with the double. Going in for the triple. Almost clutching it. But the taste was just the tease as Julie, of course, going to be able to pick up a double and also the clutch.
So close. And Julie's been fantastic. And this was a round that B4 really needed to win, right? Being on the back foot slightly coming into this half, the pistol becomes that much more important. Now, of course, Black Dragons do get the bomb planted, so there's at least that little bit of extra cash available for them. But all things considered, a fantastic retake from B4, a good attempt from Black Dragons. Sinon and Lair playing off of each other there towards Bathroom, trying to, whittle down the time as much as they can. But I think B4 played that so smart. So many teams will go into that first round and not have a kit. And B4 like, nah, we're not going to risk that. They make sure they have that available. And at the end of the day, it's what wins them the round.
Couple of deagles here for Black Dragons. 3 of them. I'm always a little bit worried for the opposition when I see deagles in these kind of rounds, because there are, these moments like this. yungher stays alive, peeks around the corner, finds one. That's also the bomb. That is the information needed. But the rotation hasn't been called in yet, and yungher playing up close personal, 11 bullets in the magazine, but it's going to be Nani holding up her rear at the moment. So good, but loses her life, but the trade is quick and fast. Ana finds one. The trade doesn't come through as yungher was there alone now from toilets. Oh. Not a knife! Oh, she was ready for it. Gets the kill, doesn't quite die, but from behind, it's going to be Goddess getting the kill. Now, if you're Ana, you're left with 7 HP, and a dream. No bomb, but going to be chucking, yeeting that M4 away. Smart play.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, these 2 players should be able to pick up at least a Famous and a M4, maybe double those over towards this position. You can see the A1 there sitting on the floor picked up. Ana at the moment just wants to do as much damage to the economy as possible. Around the corner, the shot connects. Goddess falls. It's a 1v1. Ana, 7 HP. The MB9 is so good in this situation, so versatile, but Ana recovers the bomb. She's running. She's not over yet. The flash is so superb. It catches the play off guard. She holds the ankle. She hits them, but doesn't get the kill. And Julie with the clutch once again, but that was far too close.
I'm amazed at how well Ana plays that. The fact that she gets that first kill, so she chucks the gun because she knows she's going to be going for this attempt. She gets the first shot off with the deagle, which was absolutely disgusting. She plays the corner so well so that the MP9 cannot get that connection while she's in the bathroom. Chucks out the flash, but to be fair, the MP9 player plays that, I think it was Goddess?
Julie.
Julie, yeah. She plays that so well as well. Waits out the timer. Beautiful recovery.
It was super close though. Luckily, having the MP9 in that situation is so superb. Against the player with, what was it, 6 HP, 7 HP, all it takes is a quick, tickle.
Yep.
And they're dead. God, my heart. Definitely racing on this. Good starts from B4, but it has been costly. We're sitting here in a round which is meant to be the bonus round for them, and they were able to bring through 1 rifle.
Yeah.
Actually, 1 MP9.
Yeah. Black Dragons keeping this incredibly good. Babs has had a 94% cast rating for the last, 5 rounds. She's been insane.
cAmyy Hero AWP has got armor, so not quite glass cannon. Nani peeking up over towards Babs in. Takes a lot of damage, but gets the kill. We calm down. As the push on over towards A has come through, and they're not finding anyone. They're wondering why no one's at home. Youngher's over towards long. Flash comes out from her. That's going to allow potential good entry. Finds nothing, but it's going to be Nani on the trade up. Babs, very low HP. Going to have to hold this corner very tightly. Nani knows she has to play for time. Hits the headshot. Has to go in for multiple, but cAmyy with AWP finds the kill, but it's going to be the MP9 to send them back in.
Another round from Black Dragons that is so close down to the wire, and it feels like when we get towards the mid to late round, they just start to fall apart. The communication isn't where it needs to be. They're not covering each other's angles as well as they should be, and everything just falls apart. And that's devastating because they had such a strong lead. Now the scoreline is evened out. They're back down onto just Tech9s and B4 on the verge of taking the lead again in the series.
Well, who's going to take the lead? Looking like it's going to be B4, but don't count these pistols out. They've got a solid amount of utility. cAmyy obviously looking to try and save an extra bit of money for an AWP in the future. Doesn't buy the armor. It's in at 59. She's been doing so good. The whole of Black Dragons have. And Goddess, the start of this half, she wasn't looking too hot, but now she's got 10 kills on the board, and Poppin's going to be playing close and personal with Goddess, as they're going to be able to pick up multiple across the board. Absolutely beautifully played from them. No kills on their side. This is just extra money in the bank.
Yep. The attempt was made at a Tech9 rush, but it was really well read into by B4. You know, when you play against the same team in your region so many times, when you've beaten them so many times, you have a really good understanding about what their kind of thought process is. So coming into this round, they had an idea that, hey, this could be what the plan is, and they shut it down so incredibly quickly. And Black Dragons now going to be able to buy in again. cAmyy has the AWP in her hands. And that's so much early damage.
That is ridiculous. That's over 150 damage across those three players. And Yungher over towards long with the AWP in hand at the moment, waiting for anyone to peek on over. But instead, she goes a little bit more aggressive, finds one, flash out. Allows her to be able to back off from this situation as well. Over towards B, Anna looks to find an open, and that's exactly what she does. Perfect distraction. Meanwhile, Nani now having to wonder if there's going to be a player coming up behind her. She's going to be playing aggressive back down in towards this B-short position. Although now waiting a little bit. Yungher switched it up, holding this angle. cAmyy peeking around the corner. It's going to get caught off guard. She just walks on through and unfortunately drops down there with the utility trying to come on through. Not going to happen. Leon towards that short position does eventually get the kill. Anna onto B. Poppins gets popped for Goddess with one, and Nani answering back, and the bomb is on the back of Sinon. We've not seen any hero plays from her as of yet, but this is a first real chance. Especially on this side. So we slow things down a bit. Plenty of time on the board right now. 35 seconds, Sinon trying to find Goddess. Checking these angles. Doesn't spot anyone. Chicks around. Gets the kill. Goddess. She's down. The plant goes through, and well, this has to be a difficult situation from Nani, but if anyone's going to be able to do it, it's going to be her. 1v1 screen up here. Both cameras. Wants to play coming out from Nani. Flash in hand. No kit. But there is one over towards short and one up pillar as well. Peeking on, Sinol's caught off guard, and Nani, perfect timing. So well played by both players. Nani, though, coming out on the better, picking up the kit, and going to be able to get the defuse. The bomb went down, but unfortunately the round did not.
Yo, that split screen was dope.
I love it.
That was so good. We need more of that. Thank you.
Yeah, it takes me back to the days of playing, you know, split screen.
Ugh. That was terrible.
Stop looking at my screen.
Yeah, let's leave that in the past. Nani, I mean, looking to leave Black Dragons in the past. What a fantastic clutch they assign and does so well. Gets that first kill in the 1v2, bomb planted, and it's all about positioning. You don't know where that last player is going to come from. She has a suspicion, an inkling, and unfortunately she just can't win in that duel.
Yeah, and if she had a little bit more information as to where this player was, I don't know, like 20 seconds prior, she might be able to do a little bit more with it, but because she was kind of left in the lurch of no initial information, she couldn't do a counter. She couldn't go over towards CT, sort of ABC area, and hold the bomb from that position. She wanted to play a little bit more versatile. Unfortunately, that just opened her up. and the advantage was in Nani's hands.
Yeah, and I mean, I spoke about how it was a 9-round loss streak for B4 in the first half. They've managed to pick up an extra 5 rounds here, added to the 4 from the previous. They have now matched that 9 rounds consecutively, and B4, or rather Black Dragons, have not managed to fight.
Oh!
What?
cAmyy, how did you even manage to do that? Just in the nick of time, being able to pull the rifle out and get the double. Poppins has to go big here, but the flash coming through. Unfortunately, Anna's caught off guard, still able to re-peek and get the kill. That should not have been allowed. Goddess and yungher wondering where their teammates have gone. We're a minute 15 in, and we're down to 2 players. And Goddess is just going to go for an exploratory mission. Unfortunately, Sinon's there to answer back yungher with 1, but she's in a 1v5. Make that 1v4, obviously, now, but they're going to want to shut her down. Obviously, get the bomb in place, but if they can take this AWP away, that'd be great.
What a weird round. Just going for that aggression through Monster, and Black Dragons just wait, hold the line, spray them down. And then Goddess goes for further aggression through Monster, and surprise, surprise, gets shut down. And now yungher has to somehow clutch this, and there's no way. She's just going to save.
Ooh, I do not have a good feeling about this. She looks away.
Aww.
Sinon may not have been able to clutch out that last round, but is able to do a lot more into this one. Picks up the AWP. cAmyy didn't have one, so that makes sense. I was going to say, if they were trying to play double AWP on a T side, I would be, like, on Overpass anyway. It would have been interesting. It
would have been interesting. I'd almost be there just to... Like, I don't think it would do very well, but I think it would be interesting.
You go for the actually, you can't do the full boost. I was going to say you do the tower, and you also have someone peek out towards mid, but you can't do it. Anyway, cAmyy, AWP.
We'll see if she can get some results with that one. She's continued to be an absolute star here for the roster so far. And it seems like 9 rounds in a row is the biggest streak any team is allowed to have, as finally Black Dragons will hit double digits themselves.
The triple nade stack is going to work beautifully. Finds 1, almost 2. Goddess down to 12 HP. Without even seeing a player. They're absolutely brutalized. Julie with the trade. On. For some reason, I thought she was going to shoot her teammate there. I was like, don't do it.
Yeah, there was something about the way that was postured. I was like, wait, don't do it.
We did see that nade stack before from B4, and it completely missed. Yeah. They unfortunately did it slightly off kilter, and it missed all their shots just like that. Good trade. yungher does go down, but Babs is lost in that fray. Still advantage on their side, especially if Anna's going to pick up a shot like that. Julie goes down. It's going to leave Goddess and Nani to try and pick up the pieces. See how good they are at puzzles. Rotation from Black Dragons down through connector over towards B. No kits that we know of. Oh, Anna holding close. It's going to be Goddess going for the beat. The flash is going to be giving away the position. No! Oh, God. Still, the kill comes in onto the bomb holder, but she reloads! Anna gets the kill. The trade coming through from Nani. Perfectly timed. The bomb being planted as well. Nani looking to play aggressive. 11 bullets left in the magazine at the moment. 8K versus A1. Laz got so much to prove here. Looks to take the fight, but loses it. This is why.
It's Nani again.
Nani is like Nu's been talking about at the start of the show. She's an absolute beast. How many? Okay, I'm gonna, Nu, if you can hear me, how many clutches is that from her so far? That's for you to bring out later on, but
it's so good to have a stat
round.
Person.
I love it.
I don't have to think about it.
Yeah, we have a little data goblin.
It's so good.
Yeah.
Another clutch from Nani. Unreal from this player. She's been so good. And I'll be honest though, Black Dragons kind of dropped the ball a little bit in that round. They had so many good opportunities, and it felt like they just kind of threw themselves into B4's sightlines. Very little trading, very little crossfires. It was just kind of a YOLO thing. And it wasn't until the last second that Leo was even able to plant the bomb. So a bit of a weird one there, but it's B4 bringing things back into their control. Still weird buys for B4, unfortunately.
It was that kill onto cAmyy from the MP9. It just shot them down. If they'd been able to get that one player across, it was theirs. I'm pretty certain they would have had that in the bag, but no. No dice, as it were. Black Dragons, they've been playing so good. I know a lot of people are expecting this just to be a quick match over, but it's Overpass. Black Dragons know how to play this map, and that's why they were able to do so well on the CT side. yungher, good angle held. She gets the hit as well. There's dropped. Not going to be left to clutch this round. And over towards B. She's done so well at opening this up. She's going to have a second chance, but Poppins, although blinded, had it lined up, got the initial shots, and just carries on spraying.
It's such a tight spot for Black Dragons to be in. So they've obviously got Sign in here. Oh, try to get some information, and she's chunked down so low. If they lose her here, all hope at this round is lost.
She is really going to be the linchpin here. Goddess holding this off angle though, allowing her teammate to play a little bit more aggressive down that banana position. Meanwhile, cAmyy playing up with AWP in hand, looking to try and take this player down over towards Rocket Barrel, but pulls out the pistol at the wrong moment. Now Babs left alone as Sinon is found over towards A by Goddess. AK in hand. Remember, this is a best of one. Time is out. Whoever loses this is going to be facing up against HSG, and honestly, Black Dragons versus HSG, that's going to be one hell of a match to watch.
Yeah.
If it gets to that. Or B4. Either one of these teams.
Yeah, pretty much. And it'll be interesting because it'll be, again, HSG coming up against one of the Brazilian super teams in the elimination match. So that's a bit hectic. But for now, we got to get through this matchup, and it definitely feels like B4 have pulled themselves towards themselves a little bit. That T side was a little bit shaky. But I mean, we said it a couple times, right? CT is where teams are going to usually shine the brightest. And that's, I mean, the comeback that they've been able to mount has been so good.
I think they should be happy. I think both teams should be happy with their performance on either side so far. Well, up until a couple of rounds ago where I think, obviously, Black Dragons have been dropping the bomb, or ball, I guess, overall. There's certain situations, clutches that they should have won, and they just haven't been able to come through with it. So I'm hoping for a little bit more for them in the next couple of rounds. Obviously, we're very close to the end. Round 24, 2 rounds to go. Well, 3 rounds on the board, rather, for B4 to go.
Babs with a hero AK as well.
Oh, it's going to be the Take-9 coming out from Sinon. Finds 2. Goddess in towards water, looking to try and find the spray. Going to be able to find 1 onto the second one as well. Sends Babs packing, but Nani is going to have to do a lot of work here as Anna is taken by her bullets as well. Now they're left alone. Her teammates were right next to her. No armor. AK. Bomb in hand as well. yungher holding this angle. AWP in. Oh, yeah. Not going to win that one. It would have had to be a massive stinker from yungher to not hit that.
Surprisingly good round from Black Dragons considering what they came into that round with, but unfortunately not good enough. We've reached that, you know, too little too late position. There's so much cash here for B4. Look, the rounds have been relatively close, but even if they lose a round, they're still going to be somewhat okay. And it's the onus is 100% on Black Dragons now to start making some kind of a move, because if they lose this round, it's match point and they're back down onto pistols. This round is everything.
Pushing up, it's going to be Nani. Flashed in by yungher. She's not just an AWPer. Good support player as well. B4 looking golden to take this home. This could be the 15th round, the penultimate round for them. Black Dragons have to answer back now. Like you said, they're out of time. And you know what? If they could win this round, they do have a chance. The economy isn't the best on B4. It's going to be a lot to ask. Anna going to get caught off guard. No, she finds them! She sprays them down, and Poppins duly sent packing. Anna tries to push on further, but the utility, perfect timing from B4. That utility was great, but Babs catching Nani off guard as she went fishing, unfortunately caught a shark. yungher, they both miss. cAmyy unable to connect those shots, but they now know where one of the 1v2 is sitting at the moment, or 1v4 rather. Goddess is going to have to go big, finds one. That's going to be the bomb. That rotation has to come in and be cooled. But unfortunately, the A1, its lackluster ability with the bullets and damage is just going to come in tandem there. Oh, yungher left in a 1v3. Shots ring out, they know where they are. I mean, she has to save this 2 bullets in the magazine at the moment as well. This nerf to the AWP definitely restricts her ability to play as aggressive as she may well wish.
Honestly, Ana is the linchpin in that round, getting those first 2 opening kills. And then what really concerned me is that I'm watching the pull back from Babs to go and fetch the bomb, which is all the way towards T-spawn. And I'm looking at Nani and I'm like, man, Nani's going to catch her off guard. Nani's on that rotate. This is exactly what she's positioned for. And she's got her back turned. And it's something so small, like checking the wrong angle, which is, it's not a mistake. It's just you chose the wrong angle. And what are you supposed to do with that, right? You only have so much information. And unfortunately for them, that's going to be another round in the back pocket here for Black Dragons. And as you pointed out, this would be good for them because B4's economy didn't look great. So losing that round means that they're in a really tough spot. Oh yeah, doing some of that research, doing that homework. Check those notes, check the script. Make sure that we're playing this correctly, right? Give them a round and then come back and slap it.
I've got to give massive kudos to Black Dragons for that round. Really well played. The repositioning from their teammates was absolutely superb. But I will also give it to B4. We saw the utility being thrown over from the A site, being able to try and deny the push. It was actually right here after this double kill. Anna pushed in. Molly comes in, denies her the short position. Smoke comes in towards Monster, denies her that position as well. So it was really well played from the side of B4. But Black Dragons at the end of the day just came in and clotheslined them.
Well, if nothing else, this has definitely been a very, very close affair. B4 feeling the pressure here, forcing into this. It is not a good buy by any measure, and if they lose this round, it's back to pistols.
First player spotted, Anna. Aggressive nade goes out. Does a bit of damage. Nothing to laugh at. Oh, the AK, Sinon looking good. But Julie's still alive at the moment. They're going to go hunting. She's going to be able to find one. Looking to go for the second one. Unable to. The blaze in her hand. She's able to jump away. But she's also going to get faded away by Sinon. 3v3. Nani coming up from behind. Flash is going to be working in her favor. Anna catches off guard. Goddess. Yungher. Are they going to take the gamble? They could boost up here if they so wish, which it looks like they are going to do. No? Flashed out. Goddess peeking on through as well, but you're going to get off guard. She's not careful. There you go. Too many angles to check, and Yungher caught with a smoke in her hand. Absolutely decimated as we see Black Dragons find another round.
These pauses have been game-changing.
Yeah, they're actually using them. There's so many times where we have matches where tactical pauses are not called in, and this is why you should. It works.
Yeah. Like sometimes though we'll see like tac pauses and then nothing changes and it's like, well, what was the point of that? You can actually see the difference that it's making. You can see the players checking their notes and making sure that they're making the right adaptations, that they've understood the call correctly. And now Black Dragons in this anti-eco, the perfect opportunity. We might even see that overtime.
You've done it now. This is a best of one, everyone. Just to remind you, if you lose this, you go down to lower bracket. I'll be up against HSG. A good initial push, but the pistol's going to be coming through the nade as well. Finds one, Anna pushes on through, but she's going to run out of bullets. She's not careful. They can just carry on playing aggressive. Find another kill. The damage is done. They have to run away. There's an AK they can pick up as well if they want to play risky, and cAmyy is not going to be sticking around, so that's definitely another rifle in their hands. I mean, they have to take this chance. I say they have to. They're very late on the rotation because they had to go pick up that gun.
Bomb has been planted.
It's a solid call from Black Dragons to pivot over towards the A site, but positioning is going to be everything here.
I think a little bit of risk will be seen from B4, but they're not going to dedicate to this. The Mac 10, I mean, hell, you might as well. That's $600 in the bag if you can get a kill with it. When you've invested so little into this round, it's important to try and get as much out of it as possible. 10 to 21 pop-ins. She was meant to be the potential rising star, but unable to compete so far, and the spray comes through. They're dead in the water. Last player left alive is going to be Goddess. She's going to be able to save this AK. And let's look at this buy.
Yeah, I mean, looking at the position there from Goddess, we knew 100% she was going to be holding on to that rifle, trying to take it into the next round. And the last couple of players, a Mac 10 and a USPS, try and get an extra kill, try and do some damage, maybe get an upgraded gun if you can. That would have been top prize, but couldn't make it happen. And this is fantastic. I'm so happy because I know that I was like, you know, Black Dragons, and I still do think that they can, but I'm so glad that it's not what Blair predicted. It's not a blowout victory for B4. It's actually super competitive.
Yeah, I mean, Black Dragons have done a lot, had a lot of achievements to see if they can add another scalp to their collection. B4. Sinon, she's been an absolutely solid player in this matchup, especially on the T side. She's really come through for her team. cAmyy, she's missed a lot of shots, but you know what? The ones she has hit have made such a big difference. And same can be said, you know, yungher, she's not hit all of her shots as well. With the AWP, you want to be making full use out of those 5 bullets you get. Bit of a slower round. No initial real contact aside from some nades over towards Sinon and cAmyy, who attacked down a bit. It's going to be cAmyy first contact, I imagine. AWP! She misses a shot. This is exactly what I was talking about. If you hit that one, the site could have been yours. Maybe with a little bit more difficulty from yungher and co, but could have been something. See they're setting up at the moment for the utility over towards this site. The flash comes out. Now they push up Nani. Good counter position as well from her. Smoke's going to be coming out from yungher. She's going to have to hold on to that long position with AWP in hand as well over towards Tortoise, but it's going to be Nani with a double, picks up an AK for her trouble, and it's going to be yungher with one. Lair's going to be falling down, and cAmyy stands no chance. Anna, last one standing. 1v5, 25 seconds. The bomb, nowhere to be seen. And she has to save it.
Yep. I mean, looking at their cash,
they'll
buy. Definitely be able to buy into the next round, but if you then win that round, I mean, this is going to be match point for the next couple of rounds, so you need to make sure that you can float a little bit longer. You need a life vest, something to just keep you going.
It's all or nothing now. Down to the wire.
And I feel like that round, so much of it comes down to the attempted AWP shot that misses. Because not only do you not get that kill, but that is so much information given over.
It's these little details, these little moments in which if you're unable to clinch them in, you end up throwing away those potential moments. And this is the last time out, which, you know, it's right on the last time they can potentially use it. It's the perfect time to try and save the day for them. But even if whoever loses in this situation, you should be able to walk away with your heads held high. It's such a game.
Yeah.
Such a good game.
This has been fantastic. I think that this would mean a lot to Black Dragons. I went to just double check, and so I was saying they've won 1 map off of B4 in the last 13 maps played. That was literally the very first map they ever played against this roster. So it's like 12 back-to-back maps that they've lost, and this would mean so much to them. But it is, of course, match point here. B4 looking to close this one out. AWPs across the board, and a little bit of early damage onto Baps.
Yeah, 23, nothing to laugh at. Anna gets the early information, but so does the opposition. It's going to be fed back to B4's teammates. Anna has been doing such a good job of being able to open up the B site. And that's been some of the core reasons why they've been able to get a few more rounds on the board. Obviously, they went into this second half with 9 rounds. They've had 4 so far. Onto this, Anna peeks on over. She runs away. Takes a bit of damage, but delivers nothing. Unable to find a crack in the armor there. Meanwhile, Sinon, she's going to have to be the opener versus Nani, who's holding this angle with AK in hand. Misses a lot of bullets, but still able to get the kill. The bomb is on rotation over towards the A side, but it's not there yet, as Nani is still holding on to this. Picks up a new AK, but unfortunately to her own demise, as Lair gets the kill. Picks up a rifle, 21 bullets in it as well. Nothing to worry about. yungher, good position, flicks on, hits the shot as well, but doesn't get the kill. Poppins is so crucial here. The bomb's going to get planted. But the kill's going to be ringing out. Anna's going to be able to find one. The headshot has to come through. Black Dragons, this is their last chance before they go down. The shots are missed. Retakes still going to be in here as well. 2 kits on the board at the moment. Poppins and yungher playing around the box, and Anna gets dropped. cAmyy and Yungher, rather good position. Shots hit. 1v3 finds one. Has to find some more. Flicks on, but unable to connect the shots. She loses at B4. They take the win.
Oh, well played from B4 in that last round. Honestly, I felt like cAmyy, along with Lair, the positions that they had open, they could have done it. Bomb was planted for them. They had the sights available. And unfortunately, just B4 with that little bit better. A very close affair. Black Dragons can be proud, but it's B4 who go on.